being able to look at the game tomorrow, Atlanta is a team you guys haven't faced in a while, so what are some of the things that you have noticed from them that maybe they're doing differently or playing differently, a little bit of different identity from earlier this season?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing is just the change in the starting lineup. The last time we played, they were still starting both bigs. It allows them a little bit more versatility in how they're able to play, utilizing their post players in a lot of different ways. As they've gone through the season and been able to adjust and how they get them touches and then how they work their three-point shooting around it. So, for us, we got to make sure our attention to detail is high. We've got to make post-entry passes very difficult, and we've got to guard the three-point line.
A lot's been made of their offense with Carl coming in and putting his system in, but they're also, I think, the second best defense in terms of defensive rating in the league. What makes them so tough on that end of the floor?
They're long. I mean, certainly, they're long, they're athletic. I think that their ability to not just pressure the ball with that length, but build in that help behind. If you over-penetrate, they're making you hit tough shots. They're not bailing people out by fouling. They're quick in their rotations, and so that length and athleticism has really helped them on the defensive end.
You guys have been really consistent about wanting to make some noise in the playoffs, even after everything you've been through. What have you seen in the last few weeks of the regular season that give you the confidence that this group can do just that?
I think more than anything, just our resilience and fortitude. I mean, the fact that we've been able to continue to put one foot in front of the other and be competitive and, win ball games, it allows us to have a chance on, night in and night out. We've got to be really disciplined. We've got to make sure we find the right shot on the offensive end. We've got to make sure the ball continues to move and we get defenses in rotation. And then defensively, we've got to be solid. We can't afford to we've got to protect the paint certainly, but we can't afford to allow teams to get a lot of threes and a lot of free throw attempts against us. We're not matching them threes for threes anymore with the lineup that we have, so we've really got to guard the three-point line and keep them off the free throw line.
You brought most of your injured players, obviously, other than Sophie, who was in Missouri last night, but just how does having them here help with the team culture?
It's huge. I mean, number one, their communication, their perspective. Number two, just emotionally, just having them on board. It's so hard when you're injured because oftentimes you feel disconnected from a team, and we were on the road a lot this last month, and so we were away from them a lot. They're finally able to travel from a medical standpoint as well. So, I think having the whole group here, having those guys here gives us a little bit of a boost emotionally, and then having their perspective. I mean, you're talking about 3 point guards that are sitting on the sideline that can talk to our team in huddles, that can talk to our team, throughout the course of dead balls or when they come on and off the floor.
I know that you guys are focused on the game tomorrow, but just with the change in playoff format and knowing that you guys are going to have an opportunity to play at home, does it feel differently this year at all? Even though, again, you have to get through tomorrow first.
It doesn't feel differently for me. I mean, because I've been in all the formats. Between being a player and a coach, I don't know if it feels differently for them. I'm happy for our fans, that they get an opportunity to see the team in the playoffs. I remember a year ago in Connecticut, it was like, thank God we didn't have to go back to Indiana. So I'm thankful for our fans that they're going to have this opportunity.
We were just talking with Steph about how Atlanta's a little bit of a different team compared to when you guys last faced them. Obviously, you guys are a different team. Yeah. What have you guys discussed, or what have you noticed in terms of the challenges that Atlanta presents that maybe are a little bit different than what you saw earlier this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think just looking at Atlanta roster top to bottom, they're just pretty big. And so I think for us, just making sure that we keep that ball movement and that we hone into our defensive principles that we've been just emphasizing the entire year.
They're a pretty good team on the defensive end too. What challenges do they present when you guys are in offense and they're in defense?
Yeah, honestly, I think for us, it's really not even focusing on that part of it. It's just about keeping the ball moving. Like, we know they're going to be up in the pass lanes. They're going to be super aggressive. So for us, just matching that physicality offensively as well and getting to our spots.
You've been one of 4 players, I think, to play every game this season for the Fever. Just what do you do to stay consistent even with all these injuries, especially on the point guard side?
Yeah, I think honestly for me, this entire season's about being consistent. So just continue to show up the way that I have to and do anything that my team needs for me. And honestly, I just feel like I've been just trying to just stay level-headed in that way.
got the injured reserves here with you guys, which last month, they just weren't able to travel. What does that mean to you specifically, just having them there?
Yeah, I was super excited. I think just looking at the injured squad in itself, they just have a lot of knowledge. And so for us, just being able to listen to them, taking what they see, because obviously just them watching is going to be a different view than us on that court. And so super, super happy to have them with us.
Last year, it was your first playoff experience you were preparing for. I know the team and everything is different, circumstances are different, but how do you individually feel different or like more prepared maybe this year compared to last year?
Honestly, I think this whole season has kind of made me feel pretty prepared for the playoffs, just based on how the season has went, how I've been able to perform. And so for me, I'm super excited. I think this is a great opportunity, especially with our squad. I mean, I'm just super proud of us, everything that's happened, to still be here, be in sixth place, and be able to have a chance to compete. I'm ready. I feel like everyone is feeling confident. Everyone's ready.
You guys have said really consistently throughout the whole regular season that you felt like if you got to the playoffs, you want to make some noise. It wasn't just about getting there. So what have you seen the last few weeks of the regular season that made you really confident and that that's exactly what you guys can do?
I think our energy has been pretty high. Defensively, I think we've been able to up it a notch, which has been really great for us. And honestly, I think just finding that flow, finding that rhythm between each other, I think it's been pretty great.
It does take some time, I'm sure, just like incorporating players back in the mix.
100%, I think it does. Especially having new players trying to get all our offenses ran and stuff like that. I think, honestly, everyone has just been a great job being adaptable and super proud of us.
Did you get the cookie situation resolved last night?
Can't say I got my snickerdoodle, but Jackie did hook me up with a snickerdoodle this morning from the farmer's market, so that was pretty good.
Atlanta's a team you guys were familiar with from earlier in the season, but it's been so long, so much has happened with you guys. They're a little bit different, so what, changes or adjustments have you seen them make from the beginning of the season to now?
I mean, they're playing different starting lineup. Obviously, we have a different starting lineup. So I think we're approaching this game as what we've seen them do recently, and obviously we haven't guarded that recently. So trying to walk through that in practice and really lock in when we're watching film and scout. But yeah, it's going to be a different matchup than it was before, different focuses.
Obviously, the injured players, they haven't been able to travel, some of them, but most of them are here now. Just how do they help kind of from a culture-wise and with, just bringing some perspective with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we miss them every day on the court. So to be able to have them we had our plane, in front of our plane, normally we have empty seats. It was filled on the way here. So, I mean, they bring energy, they bring light, they bring their vocal leaders, all of them. So to have them on this trip is huge. And I don't know how we're going to fit everyone on the bench. It's not that long. It's been packed recently. So I'm excited to see how we figure that out, but it'll be great to have them back with us.
Basically, throughout the whole regular season, you guys were pretty consistent that if you guys got to the playoffs, you didn't just want to be there, you wanted to be able to make some noise. What did you guys see like the last few weeks of the regular season that you feel like give you the confidence that you guys can do just that?
I mean, we're competing against everyone. We're in every single game, and I think at the end of the day, we've seen in moments when we're not doing well or games that we've lost, it's really things that we can control. So making sure that we're locked in on all of those things and tidying up those little things, because if we can put together 40 minutes, we feel like we can beat anybody in the league. So we're excited about the opportunity. We're excited that the playoffs is finally here. And now, it's not about what our record was. It wasn't about teams we beat or who we didn't beat during the regular season. It's about Atlanta. It's about this game on Sunday. So that's all we're focused on, and we're really excited about the opportunity.
Does it feel any different? I know you guys got to get through tomorrow, but just knowing that there's going to be a home game with this change of format in the playoffs, is that extra excitement, or I don't say like insurance because you don't want to just bank on having that opportunity, but does it feel any differently just knowing that's coming up?
I think we're just really excited about it. I think last year our fans were robbed of getting to be part of the playoff experience. Watching the Pacers in playoff, the fans really do show out, and Gamebridge is loud and crazy and electric. And so to be able to host a game there and be able to bring what how they've supported us so long, be able to give this to them and have a really fun one, I think we're really excited about it. And I love this new format, so it'll be great.